Here it is after I buffed and polished it. Now remember, this is what it used to look like. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Motorcycle Rewind, and today we're back with the 1983 Yamaha RX50 that we traded an e-bike for. And we have some work that we have to do. In the last video, we got this thing, it was running, we cleaned it up. Today, we're gonna continue down that journey of more of our cosmetic makeover. Starting from the front, we have to repair this broken fender. Brake caliper is sticky, so we're gonna pull it off, rebuild it, take it apart, put it back together, and then put it back on. I've got a new master cylinder. I'm waiting on a brake hose to come in. And we'll also pull off the tank and the seat so we can get to painting the frame. We're gonna touch up the frame and everything else that we need to get done so that we can make this sucker look a little bit better than what it does. Oh, we need to paint the handlebars too. We have tires on the way and our side covers are coming from Japan. And so once we're all done, we're gonna trade this thing. So if you have something to trade, let me know. Okay, let's get this fender off. There we go. Okay, so here's the big old crack. Looks like it's got like a bunch of wax or something in it. Looks like somebody drilled a hole in the crack, so they stopped it there. I'm gonna be able to get, I'm just gonna do this bit right here on behind the before the bracket. That way I don't have to unrivet it. Let me clean this guy up and I'll get back to you in a moment. Okay, before I plastic weld it, I'm just gonna put a drop of super glue right here on the end, and just to help me hold it in place. That's the only reason why I'm doing it. So just a little, just so I can put it right there and make sure everything's lined up. That way I don't have to fight it while I'm putting heat on it. We'll let that dry. Okay, so I have me a piece of screen cut. I'm gonna put it right here, and then I'm just gonna stick that sucker down. Okay, we got it repaired under there. There we go. Not too bad. Cleaned it up pretty good. Let's go put this thing back on and move on to the next thing. Okay, before I put the fender on, I'm gonna go ahead and pull off this caliper, and I'm gonna scuff and paint these forks while I'm doing this. Okay, off. Okay, just using a little steel wool to clean up the center of these brake discs to get the rust off of them. I'm gonna touch them up with a little paint. Okay guys, here we are. This is the seat for the Yamaha RX50, and we've got to do a little bit of repair to it. These are busted. I'm missing another trim piece. I believe that goes around right here. Again, this is the back part, the cover that was made. This was aluminum. I painted it so it looks a little bit better. But I want to repair this, and it looks like there's one right here that needs to be repaired. And I think that is it. Guys, we're going to do our best to repair this seat today with stuff that we bought off of Amazon. This is an adhesive, well, what does it say? Leather repair patch self-adhesive. So I can't remember. This was probably 15, 20 bucks, and I bought the big roll. This is the one I got right here on Amazon. I'll put a link in the description below. 17 by 79 inches, and it was $18.85. So, can't beat that. So basically what it is, it's hard to tell, probably hard for you to see the texture. It's textured, and it's a big old sticker, big old vinyl sticker that you can then just put on. I want to repair this so you don't see this and this doesn't keep ripping. See, it ripped out of the holes right here. So I'm going to pull this guy off and heat this. I'm going to heat it up with the heat gun so it's nice and pliable. Pull it in put some of this sticker, some of that vinyl adhesive on both sides. I want to put it underneath and I want to put it on top so it's super thick so that where I screw it down, I'm not going to have to worry about it pulling apart. So let's go ahead and take this guy off. Unscrewing this. And I'm probably going to hit this guy with a coat of paint too while I'm at it, while it's off. Why not? It won't hurt it. Save those. And then this guy comes off right there. Let's go ahead and put some paint on this. Let me just clean this up really quick, just so I can make sure that it sticks before I heat it up. And I don't want too much of this adhesive to show, and even if it does, I don't think it'll show much. It'll be better than seeing this. So let's go ahead and heat it up.
Okay, let's see. Get under here. I normally do this with non-adhesive fabric, so but let's make sure this is smooth under here too, so I end up with any lumps. Yeah, pretty good idea. I'll put another piece on top, but I want this to, when I pull it, I want it to be able to have something to pull too, so let's stick that right there. First one, good. We'll put another little piece right there. We're not gonna do that yet, but we're gonna put a little piece right there. Hopefully we'll hide, this is gonna be the only one that's gonna have a little bit of a thing to it, but it's not that much that covers. See, this covers right there, so you're not even gonna be able to see it. At least you won't see the foam underneath it. So let's do another one and work our way around. GoPro, stop recording. There we go, get that one in there. Okay, get that in there, good. Make sure I don't have any lumps. I'm gonna put another piece on top of that to stretch it, but okay, so I'm working right here on this guy. Just heated it up. Use my chopstick. See if I can stick this guy in underneath. Get this guy in there. Come on, let go. Come in here. Come on. How difficult did I make it out to be? Maybe this. Come on, keep it. It's just so sticky. Which is what I want. I want it to stick right there.
Okay, I went ahead and repaired this, and you can see I did put a little bit of super glue onto the underside of the cover so that it adhered to the little vinyl better. Stick right there, stuck that down, so that's good. I went ahead and, well, here's the repair here. Not too bad. It's not awful. It's completely better than what it was before, and it's not perfect. Again, it's not perfect. I've got $20 into this. I went ahead and covered this aluminum plate with the fabric too, with this guy, because I think it just makes it looks a little bit better when you see it. It kind of blends a little bit more. That's good. Feeling pretty good about this fix. Okay guys, we're going to try to touch up some more of this paint. You can see it's got all of these little scars, and I went ahead and touched them up already. You can probably see where the paint overlaps. But what I'm going to do right now, and I touched them up with just a Q-tip and some paint. We're going to wet sand all this again, and then I'm going to come back and see if I can touch it up a little bit more. Then we'll see if we can kind of polish on that. See if we can make it better. Again, around here, I did around the, let me see if I turn it. I did around the tank badges. You can still see where it kind of bleeds through, but it is considerably better than what it was. But it already looks considerably better than what it does. Remember, it used to look like this. Now it is way better. I mean, we'll polish it some more, but I think if I wet sand it, I'll get the extra paint off, and then we'll put another layer of paint in here in all these little spots. So we're going to see if we can make this a little bit better. So just a little 1000 grit sandpaper, used 1000 grit sandpaper, and some glass cleaner. Why glass cleaner? Because I needed it to be wet, and I had it. Not putting a lot of pressure. Really just wanted to get off some of the overspray, if you will, where I overlapped the paint. So it should be pretty, when we finish this up, it should be pretty dull, because we're going to polish it. It's not a problem. you can probably see them maybe a little bit better in here. That's what I want to do. I want to come back in here and get all of that. So let me stay at this and I'll get back with you guys. Okay, here you go. It's all wet sanded, really smooth. You can see even like here, now that I've knocked down some of that rust where it was rough, the paint's just going to lay down. And I still, the touch-up paint I put in earlier is still there. We just got all the stuff off around. So this stuff will polish up really good. Guys, this is what I'm using. It's gloss black. I'm going to spray it into the cap. These are my paint brushes. Guys, I know this may not be the right way, but I don't think I can make it worse than what it was. So let's get at it. Good thing about using this spray is it dries pretty quick and you don't have to worry about runs so much. This may be a little bit more time and attention you want to put into, you know, a motorcycle, but I think this is fun. And if you have a way that you do it, let me know. Again, I'm not an expert. I try to do what I can to make these things a little bit better. And it should stand out against the wet sanded areas. Is it going to be perfect? No, but can I go from being a 20-foot bike to a 10-foot bike? Okay, this sucker looks like it has chicken pox. But we'll let it dry, then we'll come back, we'll wet sand it, and then we'll, hopefully at that point, we'll just buff and polish it. If we need to, we'll do another coat on top of it. I'm really trying to fill in the chips just so that they level out a little bit more. And then they won't be noticeable. I'm hoping right here that this scratch right here will fill in. And like I said, we're going to wet sand it, which will get the extra paint off, and then we'll come back to it. The good thing about using this spray paint and the way I'm putting it on is it's such a light coat, it dries really fast. So I'll be able to do this later on today. Okay, so here I am with my chicken pox on here. Now I'm going to wet sand it, and I'm moving up to 1500 grit sandpaper. So let's get to work. Let's wipe it off. Let's see how we're doing. Oh, I think it's starting to work. We still have to get a little bit more right in through here, but some of it came off, but we're starting to fill them in. There was one right there. Yeah, we're starting to fill them in. That's good. Doing good. Here it is after I buffed and polished it. Now remember, this is what it used to look like. And then this is what it looks like now. Still got some water running down here. That is way better than it was. Way better. And this is the bad side. This is the side with the dent. Let me get you to the other side. Look at this. That's pretty good. Oh, we did touch up the engine too. We touched up the engine, we touched up the frame, the back. Here, we're waiting on tires and my side covers. Tires were supposed to be here today. It looks like they've been slowed up, and my side covers are on the way here from Japan, but this guy is looking so much better. And I do have a gold pin coming so I can redo my Yamaha in there. This is good. Look at it. I'm just amazed at the shine in there. Look at the clouds. That's what the wet sanding did. It's got a better finish now than it did when it was brand new. It's pretty crazy. Okay guys, here we are. This sucker is coming together. I mean, look how good this looks. I got the seat sorted. We got the bars painted. We got the engine painted, waiting on a few things. Side covers and tires. Boy, once we put new tires on this thing, it's gonna look great. But that's what we're waiting on. Kind of can't do anything until that shows up. tires and side covers. And then this guy will be ready to go to somebody else. Let me know if you want to trade. Let me know if you want to trade something for that guy. I'll even meet you somewhere. We can go halfway. I'm willing to road trip this. Not it. We'll probably throw it in the back of the truck and then ride it and then go. Depends on how far it is, because I don't want to wear it out before I give it to you. Last thing I'd want it to do is blow it up on the way to trade it with somebody. So I've been trolling Facebook, trying to get it out there, see what I can do. But like it if one of you guys had something that you wanted to trade, that would be even more fun. So let me know in the comments or email me, motorcyclerewind@gmail.com. And other than that, guys, I want to thank you for watching yet another episode of Motorcycle Rewind. And do me a favor, like, tag, share, and follow us on Instagram at Motorcycle Rewind. And go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It's coming around. It's going to get better. Next time you see it, it's going to be perfect.